I opened my first deli about 16 months ago in Skokie. This one is about 10 minutes away from my first location. Also, for me, it made sense to open a second location. Oh, Elliotts found this location for me. It happened to be available, and I took it when the offer was made to me. In our first month, we were operating exactly on budget. There have been no real surprises so far. We got pretty much what we expected, and people have been very welcoming and generally glad that we're here. We now will start to do some marketing. Today, for example, is our grand opening. Today we have free coffee, free hot chocolate. I've got some balloons. I've got signage throughout the building. I've actually given the receptionist staff discount coupons to give to their customers. So every time there's a patient who comes and says, "I've been waiting for too long," the receptionist staff can give the patient a discount coupon to come to my location. How are you today?
This is that waiting room, but you might be here for dinner.
Well, I hope you're here for lunch, but I close at 4, so. One of the things I really like about the Elliotts concept is that it's the same clientele in many instances, day after day, the employees. Now, patients here are different. Even some of them have been back for 2 or 3 times already in the course of a month. But if they're in the employee population of the corporate tenants of the building, you get to see those folks and you get to know them real quickly. And you start to know their families. You start to know whose kids are going to college, whose kids are starting to walk. And it's very nice to be able to have that kind of personal relationship. The Elliotts team provided about 2 weeks of support and training when I opened, and that was important for me because I had a staff, but I own 2 restaurants, so I couldn't have that staff all come over here that left the first restaurant naked, so I couldn't do the training, and I relied on the Elliotts team to do that for me, and they did a great job. Negotiation of the contract or the lease deal was critical as well, and George himself was responsible for that, so that's really important. So those were the kinds of things that we got, and of course all of the operational support is always useful. The contracts that we have with Gordon Food Service or with Toronto Breads or any of the other places, those are important relationships to have. My goal is to have 3 or 4 of these, to spend less time making turkey sandwiches and more time managing the business. This is about as safe a restaurant investment as you can make, in my judgment. Now, much of it depends on the quality of the tenants who are in the building. The other building in Skokie, actually they're adding to their tenants. They'll be at close to 97% of occupancy, and that's pretty darn good these days. But if you're going to go into the restaurant business, this is about as good as it's going to get, and I recommend it heartily.